It's another morning, it's the next day. I wasn't going to do a part 2 of this. Welcome to part 2. I thought, I can't take a gearbox out, do all that work, and then not follow it up. So today, I'm travelling to work again. I'm going to do a second part to this. How we put the gearbox back in, learn all the clutch, where the clutch biting points is with the computer, and spring or bush we won't be doing that. Well, I probably won't record that. It depends how the day goes. So I'm gonna do that today, record all that for you today, and I'll see you when you get to work. So yeah, I am at work. This is a lot later on. So I filmed this morning on the way, but it's been a busy one today. I've done a spring eye bush, which wasn't bad to do. Gone to do sump and bolts are snapped. And it's just one of the things, that's what happens with the job. It's not, nothing's ever simple with it, but we move on. I've got the sump off, quickly show you that. So there's the sump. Obviously from yesterday we got the gearbox out, new rear main, new flywheel, new clutch. Spring eye bush is done now with the gearbox out, it's so much easier. And what we're going to do now is put the gearbox back in. I'll quickly show you this. So yesterday I said about, we've greased it up, all lubed, new release bearing. For anyone that don't know how it works, air pressure in, pushes it that way, which then engages into the clutch. Yeah, there's nothing major about this gearbox, just a ZF gearbox. So let's get this gearbox in. I'll try, if I can tonight, I'll show you. There's only so much I can't run it up because there's no engine oil in it, but I'll try and show you as much as I can as regards to programming and everything. We use gel test here, and yeah, we'll let's get cracking on and get it done. So all I'm doing here is just bringing it down, adjusting all the height, ready to get the gearbox in. So this is a bit I can't record. I've got to use these. I need 2 people for this. One person on the input shaft, twist the input shaft, while the other person's pushing it in to line it up with the spline on the clutch plate, friction plate. So I'm going to get in and get pushing this in, and I'll let you know when we've got it in. So all I'm doing here is just removing the strap. Everything's all bolted on the gearbox, and get the jack out of the way. So that's the gearbox mounted in. Yeah, that was actually one of the best times I've ever got a gearbox in, just like that. Just proves that if you have it mounted properly on the jack, it's half your battle there. If it comes out straight, it'll go in exactly the same way. Now, important thing to know about these is when you put a new one in, it's got a release bearing like this on the older ones. All we're going to do, and you'll hear it click, that's now clicked in. Just to double check. Yeah. I'll just quickly show you if you can see it. There is, you can see that up there somewhere. There's a clip on there. That's that clip I said to you about. You've got to, when you take the gearbox out, you've got to unclip it. Literally push it up, it will come out. And you get the gearbox in. When you put it in, just pull it, click it in, and the jobs are good. And right, I've now got to put the booster back on, all the pipes back on, prop on, and then we're towards the end of what we need. So it doesn't take so long to put the rest of it all back together. So I'm going to get cracking on, and I'll time lapse as much as I can for you. So all I'm doing here is reattaching the 2 wiring looms, connect the booster back up. Remember, take that 70mm bolt out the side to release the pressures, push it in. Remember, 17mm bolt goes in here. If you can see that up there on the booster. Goes in there. And get it in. So that just goes in. There's a bit of, when you take the booster out, take it out, and then you'll need it out to push the booster back in because there'll be the pressure behind it. But remember, just to tighten it up, I'm going to tighten that up, tighten the rest of the booster bolts up, secure the wiring, and crack on. So last little bit, this little air pipe here is got to go on here, and then we'll get the prop shaft back up, everything else will tight round, and we'll have obviously the 4 bolts at the top we'll need to do, and then I've got oil literally all over my face. There you go, let's get this done and get it wrapped up. So obviously I mentioned that always keep going on about these 4 bolts at the top. 1 down there, 2, 3, 4. It's a pipe you've got to cut. Just join that with a push fit. And then there's a breather pipe there that you need to snip and re-cable tie back there. So, sorry if you can hear that compressor that's going around my ears in this. That is rear main, new clutch, all back together, back on. I can't do the program bit because it's got no oil in it, but I've had to drop the sump, so I can't start it up to do anything, to build the pressure up to do the calibration of the clutch position. Maybe one day I'll show you that, but other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a bit of a carry on from yesterday, but hopefully it's a little bit of an idea if you ever get stuck or you're just interested how we do a clutch. So kit you'll need is prop shaft, 21mm bolt, 21mm socket with a little extension for pop bolts, 21mm, 22mm spanner for the centre bearing, 15mm bolts all around the bell housing, well the gearbox, sorry, 30mm for the plate, 30mm for the clutch booster, 17mm for the air pipe, sorry, bung on the side of the booster, 24mm spanner for the air pipe, strap it all down, pull the box out, 15mm for the clutch, 21mm for the flywheel. So I'm sure there's probably bits in there that I've missed or not quite got right, but don't get at me at it. I hope this has helped you. I hope maybe you learned something or something you didn't know, or there's a way that I did it that you didn't, or maybe there's a way that you might do it and I might not do it, and it may help me in the future. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you're all keeping well, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye. Also, before I forget, when you put the gearbox in, you will need another pair of hands to get the gearbox in. One to push, and then you'll need some water pump pliers on the input shaft just to wiggle it up and down, move it side to side for it to engage in the friction plate. But if you've got an older truck with a manual gearbox, knock it in gear, and then you'll be able to move it on the flange on the gearbox. But like I say, hope you're all keeping well, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.